Thank you, Orly. Thank you, Mickey, and thank you, Michal. Somehow I'm reminded of my bar mitzvah. I think it's the last time I've spoken to such a large group of Jews. But I have to say, it was 60 years ago at a synagogue in St. Paul, Minnesota, named after my great-great-grandfather, who came to Minnesota in 1872, founded the first Orthodox synagogue, and when he died, his widow, in an act of, let's say, following in the tradition of Rita Semmel, said, "I want nothing to do with Orthodoxy because of how they treat women," and co-founded the first conservative synagogue, but named it after her husband, who, fortunately, his name was Aaron and not Shmuel, and so that's where I was bar mitzvahed, and I really see the connection between the Jewish values that I learned at Temple of Aaron in St. Paul, Minnesota, with where I am today. I've been an engaged donor and activist with New Israel Fund for about 20 years. And this is a time when being supportive of Israel, being engaged with Israel, it's a real challenge. And NIF, I see this as an organization that enables me to find a way to connect to Israel. Orly was just mentioning about the study tour we did, organized by George Krefsky, about art and justice in 2016. We arrived the day after the 2016 election. You imagine how we were doing. And Nomi Chazan, the head of NIF Israel, said, I always remember this, and based on her 10 years with Netanyahu, she said, "Despair is not an effective political strategy." Certainly true today. So I see really three dimensions of my engagement with NIF. There's really a personal benefit of being around these activists, from Michal Aden and everyone else who is an activist there. It's also knowing that the money I donate goes directly to these people who are doing good work. And I do believe, and this came through in the video so strongly, there is reason for hope. It's a long struggle. It's not immediate, but it's there. And two examples. The first day we were in Tel Aviv, we met with a rabbi from Tag Meir. I'm going to cry. This is the group that goes out to Palestinian communities who've been the victims of settler and right-wing violence. And they don't just bring flowers, which they do. They help rebuild buildings and rebuild families. And the next day we spent with a group from Ir Amim who are working to really bring Palestinian and Jewish residents of Jerusalem to work together. And more recently, just in December, with Michal Aden, I was at the 50th anniversary party for Agudah, which is the leading gay rights organization in Israel, which is a long, long time NIF funder. And because of my involvement as a donor, as someone who hosted a party, a gathering for them here, I was welcomed in their 50th anniversary, and here were these hundreds of LGBT activists playing music, singing songs, celebrating, and you really had a sense of this is the Israel that I feel connected to. Other examples that was brought up in the talk, in the video, Smol Emini, observant Jews who are fighting for peace. And then there's, I don't know, people say they have their favorite, you never say you have your favorite grandchild, and I suppose I shouldn't say I have my favorite grantee, but I'm a huge fan of Omdim B'Yachad, which is Jews and Palestinians working together on local issues and community issues. And I met Sally Abed at an NIF gathering several years ago, which has led to a long-standing connection. And just being able to know these people, know what they're doing as they try to work together with Jews and Palestinians in Israel is so meaningful. So I say to my friends that instead of arguing with other Jews about what Israel should be, which it's a respectable argument, it's a legitimate thing to argue over, NIF is a way of actually helping the people who are making Israel better. And I guess I'll just quote one of my mother's I interviewed her for her 100th birthday, and when I asked what makes life meaningful, and she said, help other people and you will feel better yourself. And I feel that about INIF. I am helping them, but they are actually helping me by inspiring me and letting me know that there is a positive future for Israel. So thank you for your support for me and for all the work that New Israel Fund does. Thank you so much.